Ninjato, reviewing because I want to. So let's talk about PSAs.
PSAs, or public service announcements, are one of the hardest writing endeavors to do. You have to get the point across quickly and effectively so that it leaves an impact to people so that they would reconsider doing the stuff that your PSA talk against.
And that's only for the PSAs you see online or on TV. But what happens if an animation studio makes a PSA about the environment the whole point of their show? Well, you get our topic for the day, Captain Planet. No, I am not just reviewing any old Captain Planet episode. I'm reviewing an episode dealing with gang violence. So let's check out Captain Planet and the Planeteers, Utopia.
So our episode begins with Kwame running from robots. It turns out it was a nightmare because he was watching a fictitious ripoff of the Terminator franchise. Since it's time for everybody else to go to bed, Kwame decided to instead watch a gangster movie.
Gangs, nothing but trouble.
If you despise gangsters, then why are you watching a gangster movie?
The Earth Spirit Gaia borrows Professor X's trick of projecting himself to tell the Planeteers to get on their jet and head towards another mission. I hope they took naps to avoid sleep deprivation. Anyway, Gaia gives the Planeteers their mission.
Light and Scum have joined forces and they're cooking up trouble.
What trouble, Gaia?
A parallel universe. A possible future where street gangs run the planet.
Why is this important? If two of your arch nemesis are in another dimension, they'll leave your dimension alone. So, it will be easier for you to take care of your home dimension without two eco-hating villains running about.
Hang on! There's too much turbulence! The controls aren't responding!
No, it's called going through a wormhole using a jet that doesn't have either time or space capabilities.
Let's check it out.
Whoa!
Wow, for a future Earth that is taken over by gangs, it looks pretty nice. Unfortunately, the Planeteers couldn't enjoy the lovely view because robots attacked. Luckily, they weren't installed with elemental protection. Kwame gets separated and find himself in Utopia, a place that has not been destroyed by V-Scum or Dr. Blight, that is protected by former gang members.
One of the gang members gives us a brief history of how the whole world got overrun by gangs. Basically, the cops were lazy and let gang members leave graffiti on the walls. Then they start killing people off screen.
The real violence began. Nobody was safe.
What?
Nobody was safe.
Well, that was, surprising. I have one question. And that question is, why did you put it in there? Did you think of the trauma you would cause to the little kids watching this crap?
Hey, you guys can watch the show now!
Yay!
Our world is in peril.
Yay! Captain Planet!
The real violence began. Nobody was...
I wonder what the other Planeteers are doing while we're being traumatized by this.
Nothing much actually happens other than getting captured because they forgot how to use their powers. They get taken to V-Scum and Dr. Blight.
Wild.
You scumball!
I take that as a compliment.
I think sarcasm would have gone better with this guy.
Of course, V-Scum reveals his
Evil plans? Soon, the whole world will be one big scumball, led by me and my gangs. Of course!
The villains sprayed the Planeteers with a goo that transforms into punks with customizable cosmetics.
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
The now turned gangsters Planeteers are sent to Utopia that the villains just found out because they are smart as any other Saturday morning cartoon villain.
Fire!
Wind!
Oh no! They're attacking Utopia!
Kwame figures out a plan involving walking towards them while a good chunk of the population of Utopia are being drowned, burned, blown up, or suffocating by the other Planeteers.
I am here, my friends.
Friends?
His friends tries to blast them with everything they got, including a monkey punk. Or is that a punky? Anyway, Kwame tells them that there is still good inside of you speech. Then he begins the Deus Ex Machina.
Let our powers combine!
Honesty, laughter, generosity, loyalty, kindness.
Your powers combined, I am
Magic!
You get the drill from this point on. Captain Planet defeats the villains and takes them back to the home dimension. The people thanks the Planeteers for killing a good portion of their population and summoning Captain Planet. Then a tornado comes out of nowhere. It turns out it was a dream, or was it?
In the news tonight, gang violence has reached an all-time high, resulting in a record number of deaths and massive destruction in communities nationwide.
This episode sucks!
The only good aspect I saw was the villains in this episode. It was very funny seeing how V-Scum constantly tries to take credit for Dr. Bright's inventions. But that didn't save the episode from being entirely pointless, not to mention that it's supposed to be a show for kids and it has a family being murdered in cold blood.
And the moral I got from this episode is don't watch gangster movies at all!
Go Planet!
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet!